to the HowePodcast101. I'm Jake Roberts, joined alongside Lucas Mitchell.
Hello.
It's week 3 now.
Week 3. Can't wait to do it.
I know, didn't think we'd get here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we got more interviews coming up.
We have lots of interviews, and I did want to point out, we are wearing our absolutely legendary merch.
The HowePodcast101 shirts.
Yeah, they came in yesterday, actually. So, I mean, they're pretty soft.
They are really soft.
Yeah,
they
quality.
are super, super soft. They're made out of good elastic material, and the design overall, really good.
Did want to point out, we lowered the prices on those. So those of you
A lot more.
Yes, they 50% off now. Not kind of. It's not really a sale. We're just, it's like 50% of what it was. We also have like hats, we have mugs, we have all kinds of sort of fun stuff. We have frisbees, custom signed football. That's right, me and Lucas will sign the football if you buy it.
Yeah, you can just order it and we'll see what we can do, and just make sure you email us and we'll get back to you.
That would be true. All right, now I think we should talk about what we're going to be doing today.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start out. We'll be looking at the current slate of NFL games. We're going to be looking at what's going to go on in there, and we'll see what's going on there.
Yeah.
You want to go next, or? So, what? Go ahead.
Let's see. Well, first we got our NFL scores and our predictions, and then we're going to go on with our How Varsity game, and we're going to be talking about the Dallas Stars' loss.
Yeah, that was a tough loss, but it was exciting while it went on. It was fun to watch. It made it to a game 6 after being down 3-1. So hey, they got a win. They got it to 3-2. They fought hard, and maybe they'll be back next year.
Yeah.
We are going to be having some pretty exciting interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be joined by Gage Troxtel and Eli Wilson.
And then we're going to have a 5th grader who
Deacon
is
Bender. He is a 5th grader that is playing on the 5th and 6th grade How football team, and they are undefeated as of now, unless that changes today when we're recording this.
Yes.
Wow, can't talk. Yeah. So that's basically going to be how the show's going to go. We might also throw in a top 10 list of some sort. We're kind of trying to figure out if people would actually want to do that. I don't know.
Maybe it might be cringe, maybe not. We'll see.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's all for fun, right? So yeah, that's basically going to be it. I think that we will go to a quick ad break, and that's right, guys. We have ads now.
Real ads!
Ads, yeah. All right, guys. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with talking about the How varsity game. They did a lot better versus Winsboro. We'll talk about it right after this. Plant wildflowers and native plants, especially bluebonnets, the Texas state flower. Make your garden or yard a home for pollinators and enjoy a beautiful space. Brought to you by the Plant Lady. Welcome back to the How Podcast 101. I'm Jake Roberts, joined by blind Lucas Mitchell because he has his glasses off.
Yeah.
We both decided to take our glasses off while we're recording this, and
for no reason.
Yeah, I'm seeing 2 of everything, and he can't see anything. So yeah, I think now's a good chance to talk about How's varsity football team.
Last night, they played really well.
They actually played so much better than they did against Pottsboro. They improved a lot. They switched their offense up, and I think that actually made a big difference.
Yeah.
So I have a highlight here. It's Austin Haley was on the 1, guiding the Bulldogs offense down. He kind of just they were having a good drive. They picked up a few first downs. A lot of penalties is kind of what happened there. But here's what happened when they were at the 1-yard line.
Haley under center. He's going to try to sneak it in himself. Surges forward. Is he close? Is he in? No signal yet. And it is touchdown time in Texas for the first time in the first half for the whole season.
So basically, yeah, that's what happened. The entire time they were just kind of driving down the field. It was actually really exciting. This was so fun to watch. It's been really kind of a slow season for the Dogs this year, but this was such a good way to get on the board early, and they look like they've been improving in practice.
Definitely.
Especially with Coach Jay calling the plays now.
Yeah.
So you're in the band, right?
Yep, I'm in the band, playing some cymbals and just random stuff, to be honest.
How is that like?
It's pretty fun actually. I'm with there with all my friends, and we like talking all together, and we're just hitting the drums.
So this scrub over here was supposed to get an interview, and he forgot last night.
Yeah. Well, can't worry about it. My phone was like 5%.
Oh, it's no big deal. We'll get another interview sometime. Plus, stay tuned. We have 3 interviews.
I can't wait for those.
Yes, it's gonna be great. We have 3 interviews, and yeah, that's gonna be it.
Those 3 interviews will be Eli Wilson, Gage Troxtel, and we'll have a 5th grader named
Deacon Bender. Yes, he's a 5th grader. He plays linebacker on the 5th and 6th grade Howe Bulldogs football team, and they are undefeated. So I can't wait to talk to him about that. That's going to be super exciting. I don't really have much more to say about this game. How kind of they could have. I think they actually could have won this game. They had a fumble kind of in the on their second drive, and that kind of killed it.
Yeah.
But really, if they had just kept up their momentum that they had after that first touchdown, I mean, I don't think anyone expected them to win. So the fact that they went out there and they scored on the first drive, I think that really showed to people. Just what they can do.
Yeah.
It's pretty important.
A lot of support from all of the people out there. Thank you.
Yes, there was. Yeah, the crowd was pretty loud. It was pretty loud, especially for the stupid COVID stuff that's going on right now, the 50% and all. It didn't sound like 50%. It was really loud.
Yeah.
And those new speakers.
Much better.
The new speakers on the stadium. Yeah, if you haven't gotten a chance to go out to a Howe football game, you should definitely go. It's a lot of fun. Lots of... I don't know. It feels pretty normal. Lots of football, lots of fun, lots of food.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. The nachos are pretty good there.
Yep. Make sure you get some candy too.
Right. Have you tried their nachos?
I have tried their nachos. They're really good.
Okay, good. I'm glad you like their nachos. And here we go going off on a rant about the Howe nachos. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Credit to the other team because there's smoke at the beginning of the game.
Yes.
Did you see that? Were you here at that point when they had smoke, when they came out of the tunnel with smoke?
Oh yeah, that
flags?
was. We all in the band. We were like, "Oh, that smells like fireworks," and it smelled pretty bad. We all were saying they look rich or something like that.
I mean, they were like they blinded us.
Yes.
I can't imagine what it must have smelled like for them.
Oh my.
But yeah,
right in front of their faces.
Yeah, man. I don't know what the point of that was. Oh, let's blind our fans
on the flags as well.
Yeah, so I mean, good game for the Dogs, and they're going to be having another home turnaround. They're going to be playing Emory Reigns, and Emory Reigns lost their quarterback last week to a concussion. So, you think that means they might have a chance to win that next game?
I think they still have that chance.
I think they have that chance every game of the season. I think every game they're improving, and every one of these games they're just going to pop out. They're going to be a lot better, and it's really, I think it's just... They're okay.
I just dropped.
Okay. What did you just drop? That was hilarious.
Mail opener.
Okay.
That's pretty funny. You can't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about what he just dropped there. I don't even know if y'all heard that, but he just dropped something and it was so loud. Okay. Let's pick off where we were a second ago. We were talking about the Howe Bulldogs nacho. No, I'm just kidding. No, we already discussed that.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about how improving, and I think they definitely are.
Yeah.
They seem to just be kind of moving along, and yeah, this is a growing year for the Bulldogs. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, but they're growing, and they're getting better, and that's something that's important, I think.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for this segment. Coming up next, we are going to be doing...
some NFL scores.
Yes, that's right. Coming up next, we're going to be having some NFL scores. We're going to be taking a look at what happened on the Thursday night football game, and we will make some predictions.
Also, can't wait for our next ad, because more ads, more better.
That was bad grammar, but yes, we can't wait for our next ad. Yeah, we'll have one of those ads for you. We have 5 or 6 now, somewhere around there, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we are going to be back, and we will have NFL scores, and we'll be back with that right after this. Want a t-shirt with your favorite Howe Bulldogs athlete name? How about a custom tumbler? Or let's get loud at the game with the customized cowbell. Cartwright Creations designs and sells custom tumblers, t-shirts, and cowbells for all your favorite sports teams and events. Easy ordering and quick turnaround from your own local Lacey Cartwright. Cartwright Creations can be found on Facebook and Etsy or directly online at cartwrightcreations.etsy.com. Cartwright Creations is ready to take your custom order today. Cartwright Creations, where Bulldog pride never dies. Welcome back to the HowePodcast101. I am Jake Roberts. Lucas Mitchell is out right now, so I will be taking the handle of things for now. But now we are joined by Eli Wilson. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm glad we could do this. New basketball coach this year, is that right?
Yes, sir. Coach Forsyth.
How is he?
I love him, honestly. He's a really good coach. He inspires us to be good teammates to each other, and I feel like this year we're going to have good leadership, and that's going to take us a long ways.
That's definitely good. And where is he from? I think I heard that he was from North Carolina. Is that right?
Yeah, he's from North Carolina. I'm not sure if he was like a college coach. He's told us about some of his college coaching experiences, but I don't know if he coached high school up there or both, honestly.
Okay, so how's it going this year as far as new players and stuff? How do you think the team's going to go this year? Do you think it's going to be a good year?
This year, we have a pretty solid senior group of players. You know, Noah Campbell, he's showing good signs this year. I think he's just going to stick around and be who he needs us to. What?
No, it's okay. Yeah, so what about the freshman class? Do they bring anything to the table? I don't really...
I don't know either. Freshmen, they're usually playing football, the ones that I think have a chance to make varsity, but Jacob Campbell, he's a great ball handler. He's going to be a good point guard, probably starting this year.
Probably. Yeah, and he likes to think that too.
Yeah, he definitely has the talk to go with the walk.
Yes, he is very good at that. Do you play any other sports?
Not really. I'm in tennis. But
okay, well, you know what? Let's talk about that for a second. How long have you been doing tennis?
I'm doing tennis since freshman year.
Okay.
Pretty much just helps with the footwork, you know.
Right, you know.
Just gets us out there and stay active.
So, you're a junior this year.
Yeah.
What's it been like just kind of, going through the system, just
From freshman year to junior year, off season, every single year has been totally different than the last. It's just
really
different workouts, different coaches, different group of people every single year. You didn't really know what to expect coming in this year, but with Forsyth, we've been doing a lot of exercises that are going to help us with basketball this year. So it's been more applicable to what we're going to be needing.
Lots of running and stuff like that?
Yeah, tons of running,
okay.
Tons of more basketball-specific workouts.
Well, I'm definitely excited to see the basketball team this year. I hope they can definitely improve from last year. Do you know what your record was last year?
I don't. I feel like we won like 5 games.
Okay, well, as long as you can get better than that, that's definitely an improvement, something to look up to. And were you at the varsity game on Friday?
The football game?
Yes.
I was there from about the start of the second quarter to the end of the yeah.
So you did not see their touchdown?
I didn't, no.
Okay, that stinks because they were having such a good drive. They a few penalties kind of carried them on, but they got it into the end zone for the first time in the first half of the season, which is kind of disappointing. Yeah. But at least they did that, and I think they've improved quite a bit.
Yeah, with the football guys, it's just they need all the encouragement they could get from the school. In the off season, we try to push those guys. We see them working hard, and we just encourage them, since we're athletes also, just to keep going and keep fighting.
They got put in a tough district for sure. Thank you so much for joining me. I think that's all I'm going to need.
Thanks. It was an honor to be here.
Yes. We will be back with another interview. We will be interviewing Deacon Bender, the 5th grader, who is on the football team, and I believe they are still undefeated. We will be right back right after this quick break. First Baptist Howe Youth Services on Wednesday evenings is a great place to be, with ping pong, pool, basketball, gaga ball, hanging out with friends, and even a free delicious meal just in case you're running late after a long day of school. But the best part, you'll hear a message of hope in our Lord Jesus Christ. Brought to you by Wes Robertson, our youth minister, and music brought to you by our youth praise band. The youth building is located across the street from the main church entrance. Wednesday evenings starting at 6:30 and ending at 8. Hope to see you there. Howe First Baptist Youth. Small town, big God. Welcome back to the How Podcast 101. I am Jake Roberts, and I am now joined by Deacon Bender. Deacon is a player on the 5th and 6th grade How football team. How are you doing today?
Good.
You're doing good. All right. So, you moved up to 5th grade this year. How has that been different than last year when you were in 3rd and 4th grade?
Well, we have more aggressive players, and we have our offensive line. We have been blocking, and it's a more aggressive team than 3rd and 4th right now.
It definitely every move up you've had, you're definitely going to see a difference in the aggressiveness. Your team's been doing well, so what's been going right there?
On offense, we have been gaining an average of 5 yards every play, and then all we have to do is get 5 yards every play and we score. And then on defense, we try to keep anyone from getting first downs or even score. So we get our defensive ends where we have been crashing keeping them inside, keeping them contained, and they haven't been able to score.
That's good. So definitely 5 yards a play is a pretty good average. What position do you play?
Right now on offense, I'm the quarterback.
Okay, that's cool. I saw you play last year. Recorded y'all's highlights. I remember the SNS game. You had a crazy spin move. Y'all were winning late in the game, and you had some weird spin move that you did. I don't know how you do that. So you said you've had good coaching. Is that true?
Yes. The different thing from last year is we usually went outside, side to sideline, but this year we're just going smash mouth and is starting to get in up the middle more in our offensive game.
Is y'all's offensive line pretty good?
Definitely.
I did want to ask one thing. What is your favorite NFL team?
Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, good. You're not like the other people who don't like the Cowboys. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a good one. That was Deacon Bender, everyone, quarterback for the 5th and 6th grade How football team. And 2 more years, and you are going to be moving up to middle school football. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. When we're back, we will be taking a look at the quick NFL games that are going on right now, and we'll be back right after this quick commercial break. Make sure to listen to the How Podcast 101 Sundays from 8 to 9 p.m.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. That like button will turn blue, and you'll be sure to like it. And make sure you comment down below, and you'll see your comment in the next video.
Yes, make sure to share this, and we will be posting the best comments. Welcome back inside the How Podcast 101. I'm Jake Roberts, and Lucas Mitchell is out right now, so we're going to see what we can do without him. We are now recording from my house for the first time. We're recording in my dining room, and we're going to see how this sounds. I'm hoping this sounds good. This is the 3rd place we've recorded this for this podcast. So the interviews were recorded at the FBC House Studios, and the rest of it has been recorded besides that at Lucas's house. So now we're going to try recording it at my house. We're going to be going through some NFL scores. We're going to see how this sounds. We're going to be looking at the top scores of the day. Going to break down the yardage and what happened. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the Giants and the Rams. This is mid-action. Jared Goff is 12 for 15, 82 yards. Malcolm Brown, 5 carries, 25 yards. And Josh Reynolds, 2 receptions and 18 yards. Not a very, high-scoring game. But, whatever. Also, at the end of the first quarter, Bills 7, Raiders 3. Josh Allen has 9 for 11, 111 yards and a touchdown. Devin Singletary, 4 carries, 24 yards. And Stephon Diggs, 3 receptions, 46 yards. Colts beat the Bears 19-11. Is that correct? Yes, the Colts beat the Bears 19-11. Nick Foles was 26 for 42, 249 yards and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 17 carries, 68 yards. Allen Robinson, 7 receptions, 101 yards and a touchdown. Gardner Minshew had 27 for 40, 351 yards and a touchdown. And I definitely think that's something that's important on this game because Gardner Minshew is doing actually pretty decent. But the Bengals actually rallied from behind to beat the Jaguars 33-25. Joe Mixon had 25 carries, 151 yards, and 2 touchdowns. DJ Clark, the receiver for Jacksonville, had 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now we're going to move down to the craziest game I have seen all season, the Cowboys and the Browns. The Browns beat the Cowboys 49-38 this day. Dak Prescott had 502 yards and 4 touchdowns, 41 for 58, and they lost. They threw a pick at the end when they were trying to, kind of make a comeback. They kind of were, if I'm being really honest. They were starting to make a comeback, and it's really just, it's going to be interesting to see what the Cowboys can do because they're not doing good so far. But I think definitely if they can continue to have this offensive performance, they're definitely going to win games. They just need their defense to step up. They have scored at least 30 points in all of their games besides week 1 when they scored 17 against the Rams. At least 30. I think 30 for every game. Because last week they had 31 and the week before that they had 41. Okay, so they've scored 40 once and 30 twice in the past 2 games. So that their offense is doing fantastic. They scored 24 points in the 4th quarter alone. Now for Cleveland, Dearness Johnson had 95 yards on 13 carries. They were doing pretty good as far as that went. Amari Cooper had 134 yards and a touchdown. Moving down now, we have the Saints beating the Lions 35-29. A pretty good game. Breeze had 246 yards and 2 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara had 83 yards and a touchdown, and Emmanuel Sanders had 93 yards on 6 receptions. Moving down, we have the Seahawks beating the Dolphins 31-23. The Dolphins are not as bad as you expected them to be this year, as they are staying in many of these games. Russell Wilson was 24 for 34, 360 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chris Carson, 16 carries, 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devontae Parker, 10 receptions for 110 yards. Tom Brady was 30 for 46, 369 yards, 5 TDs, and their 38-31 win over the Chargers. Ronald Jones of Tampa Bay had 20 carries for $111, and Mike Evans had 7 receptions for 122 yards and 1 touchdown. The Buccaneers are seeming to be doing pretty good after kind of a rough start. They're now 3-1. Ravens take care of business at Washington, 31-17. Dwayne Haskins had a pretty good game. He had 314 yards and 32 completions, while the rushing leader in this game was Lamar Jackson, 7 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Terry McLaurin had 10 receptions and $118 for Washington, so pretty good there. Moving down, we have the Panthers beating the Cardinals 31-21. This really surprises me, because they are actually really good this year. Cardinals have lost 2 straight after knocking off 2-0. So Mike Davis, 16 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 8 receptions for 99 yards. Moving down, we have the Vikings beating the awful 0-4 Texans 31-23. Deshaun Watson was 20 for 30, 300 yards, and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 27 carries, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Adam Thielen, 8 receptions, 114 yards, and 1 touchdown. The Thursday night football game, Broncos 37, Jets 28. The Jets are having a rough time this year as Brett Rypien, their quarterback, Denver quarterback, third stringer, by the way. Third string Denver quarterback comes in and throws for 242 yards and 2 touchdowns to knock off the Jets to make them 0-4. Melvin Gordon had 23 carries, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns, which is pretty good for him, I'd have to say. Melvin Gordon's kind of struggled as of lately, but definitely he's definitely a good player. Tim Patrick had 6 receptions, 113 yards, and a touchdown. Moving down to the games that haven't started yet, the Monday night games, Patriots, Chiefs, and Falcons, Packers. I'll do some predictions on those. I think the Chiefs win handedly in this game, as Mahomes already has almost 900 yards on the season and 9 touchdowns. Chiefs are going to win this game 31-17. I think they beat the Patriots handedly. Patriots don't have much on them. Falcons are going to lose to the Packers, I believe. Packers are doing really good, actually. They have a late turnaround, too, especially since they had the Sunday Night Football game, so they have kind of an extra day to recover. And they are going to win this game 27-24 because the Falcons always seem to score points. Guys, that's going to do it for this segment. If you're listening, definitely continue to listen, as that's very important for us, because the more you listen, the more, it just continues to add our revenue and our ads and, all of that. So definitely continue to listen. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the Dallas Stars' loss in the Stanley Cup Final. They pushed it to a Game 6, but sadly they could not come out on top in the Game 6. So we will be right back after this quick word from Chill Out Shaved Ice.
Chill Out Shaved Ice, locally owned and operated going on 10 years, and we are ready to serve you. With more than 60 flavors, Chill Out is ready to handle a hot day, a popping party, or any private event. Contact Brandy at 903-436-0708 for booking and questions, or visit our Chill Out Facebook page. Thank you, Howe, for a fantastic 2020 season and your continued support. Go Dogs!
Back for it, and trying to get there, and to get a trigger pull of a shot that went wide that time was Goodrow. And the Tampa Bay Lightning have won the Stanley Cup.
That's right. That was NBC with the call. Tampa Bay Lightning win Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final to beat the Stars 4-2 in the series. They win the game 2-0. I'm really disappointed for this because the Dallas Stars were having such a good year. It was so exciting to finally have a Dallas team back in the championship, and for them to just choke that away. They didn't really choke it away. I guess they never really had control in that series at all. I'm just very disappointed in this game. I think the Stars are going to do a lot better in the coming years. I think they have a lot of stuff to gain. Their future's very bright, though. I mean, that makes sense for being the Dallas Stars, but their future's really bright. And next week it should be better for me because I will be rejoined by Lucas, so it's kind of easier to bounce off of him. But the Dallas Stars kind of making a little bit of a comeback, kind of towards the end of the series. They were down 3-1. They won Game 5. We talked about that last week, but that was a good game. This week, we saw the Dallas Stars lose on Monday night. It was really sad, but I think something that you can take away from this is that the Dallas Stars are a good team. They will be back. They will be ready to rumble. They will be excited, and it's going to be a really good and fun time. And like I said, it's going to be a quick segment, but I did want to mention something. Let me pull this up. I believe the 3rd and 4th grade volleyball Howe team is doing really, really well. So give me a second. I have to go up and find that. It is here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Okay, the Howe 1 3rd and 4th grade volleyball team is undefeated. They won 3 against Wolf City, and their undefeated season going. Lost first set in a head-to-head battle, ending in a 26-24. And they went on to the second set, and it was 25-23 with dominating serves and aggressive defense. Yeah, so they had dominating serves and aggressive defense. And the third set was dominated by the Lady Bulldogs' teamwork of 15-8. Fourth game also got second in preseason tournament. Lost in the championship to Whitewright. So, yeah, good job for the Lady Bulldogs of 3rd and 4th grade. Howe won. That's going to do it for us this week. It's kind of a shorter because we did not have Lucas for part of the segment. Next week we should be back with the regular length. But thank you guys so much for listening, those of you that did. We will be back next week at this exact same time. And we're really excited to continue to do this. We are Lucas ordered a microphone that is going to improve our audio by quite a bit. So that's something to be excited for in the future, guys. So also, I think one thing that I do want to say is anyone that has ideas for the podcast, leave them below in the comments. I'm also going to leave the website name below because that website is only growing. We are getting more and more merch. I'm actually wearing the merch right now. It's like we said earlier in the video when Lucas was here, it's very comfortable. Those of you that want the merch, I think just go down below. You can comment down, or you can go to the website and fill out the form. Send me an email. I will get that merch to you, order it. The Cartwright Creation is on a break right now, so it may be a little bit to get back into the swing of things. I think that's definitely a little bit weird. But that's going to do it for us. For everyone who's been a part of this, for me, Jake Roberts, and for Lucas Mitchell, he is not here right now, but he is here in spirit, and he will be listening when this is live. For me, Jake Roberts, and Lucas Mitchell, we will see you in the next week. So long, everybody.